Just a few days ago, a new emulator called Axiom started making waves in the emulator community. They boldly claimed their emulator could run Nintendo Switch 2 games, posting screenshots that supposedly proved it. But soon, eagle-eyed fans noticed something strange. The images weren't gameplay at all. In fact, they were pulled directly from Nintendo's official Switch 2 trailer. The controversy exploded when Mr. Sujano, a respected content creator in the emulation space, confirmed the deception. Despite being exposed, Axiom didn't stop. They continued posting fake gameplay screenshots and clips, most of which looked like they were created in Photoshop, not captured from real emulation. The Axiom scandal wasn't the only deception. Another YouTuber came forward claiming he had successfully forked Ryujinx to run Mario's World on PC, supposedly making the first ever working Switch 2 emulator. He even posted a video showing the game running, but that too was quickly called out as fake. Once again, the community was left wondering, why are people faking this so hard? It all comes down to hype, fame, and funding. The original Nintendo Switch gave us legendary emulators like Yuzu and Ryujinx, which exploded in popularity. People were playing major titles like Zelda, Mario Odyssey, and Smash Bros. On PC and even Android. Now, with the Switch 2 boasting next-gen specs, 4K 60 FPS, and content creators see an opportunity to become the next Yuzu. Despite the noise, there are a couple of legit emulator projects trying to emulate the Nintendo Switch 2, although they're still in very early stages. The most notable ones are Pound and Oboromi. These emulators are genuine work-in-progress builds with public repositories and limited boot-level experiments. However, they don't support commercial games yet, and they definitely don't offer full gameplay. Even so, these projects are building the foundation, quietly and without making wild claims. Fake emulator devs are popping up across GitHub, Discord, YouTube, and even APK websites. Why? Because it's easy to get attention. You don't even need a working emulator, just design a UI, use stolen Switch footage, and say you're working on Switch 2 compatibility. Instantly, you get thousands of views, followers, and sometimes even donations via Patreon or Ko-fi. It's no longer just about gaming, it's about farming clout. Technically, yes, but not really usable yet. The Nintendo Switch 2 is much more advanced than the original Switch. Even though it shares some parts with the old Switch, it's not as simple as copying Yuzu or Ryujinx and expecting it to work. That kind of work takes time. Experts believe it could take 3 to 5 years before we see a fully working Switch 2 emulator. Let's not forget the legal side. Nintendo recently took down Yuzu through a major lawsuit. Since then, most real developers have gone quiet. They're either working privately or keeping updates low-key to avoid being targeted. Any emulator that becomes too popular too fast, or even hints at piracy support, can be shut down immediately. That's why the real projects like Pound and Oboromi are moving slowly and silently. Unlike the fakes who crave the spotlight, the Nintendo Switch 2 emulator hype is real, but most of it is built on fake screenshots, photoshopped UI, and clickbait videos. A few devs are doing the hard work, others are just taking advantage of the buzz. If you're following the emulation scene, be careful. Don't fall for fake promises. And most importantly, support the real developers who are doing it right. Emulation takes time, skill, and patience. This is Pro Warriors, and we bring you facts, not fiction.